They told me I was dramatic, that I was unstable, that I could not handle reality. But we all know the actual reality, right? The problem is not us. The system is the problem. Why else would it be that more and more stones are being put in our way the more we try to remove stones from our path? Let me give you an example. You know that I have a disabled daughter, and you know of the tons of paperwork and all of that. Hi, fellow caregivers, welcome to the trenches. I'm here with you. You know what? Just the other day, I learned that because we are caring for our daughter by ourselves, Daddy and I, apart from sending her to school, we are not entitled to an apartment that is adjusted for people with disabilities. What kind of sense does it make? What it means is, if we were a caregiving agency, send someone over for a couple of hours each week or even each day to help with caring for her, then we would be entitled to get an apartment that is fit for a disabled person, or even for a family with multiple kids, including one with disabilities. But because we choose to do it all ourselves and leave the trained staff to care for for kids and people of all walks of life who need even more intense care, we are not entitled. Like, it doesn't make sense. Actually, I think I know what the idea behind this rule is. The rule is that if the parents can take care of their disabled kid by themselves, then apparently the kid is not that intensely impacted that it is necessary to create surroundings that are more suitable for this kid and this family. That's what they think. We're also in a long, big fight to get a special aid for her, a certain type of chair for her, which we think would benefit her greatly, especially when she's eating. We've gone through so many conversations with the health insurance company who has to technically pay for the chair. Cut the long story short, are spending time and energy and money into a court trial now to get the social court to approve of us or of our daughter getting that chair. And yes, it is a special aid for people with disabilities that a non-disabled kid would not need. But in the world of AIDS, it's not that big of a deal. Actually, it's quite a common aid, and it's not super special in any way. Costs a couple $1,000, euros, whatever kind of currency you want to insert here. Why are we not getting it? Because we have only one prescription from the orthopedic who says she needs that chair, and that is not enough for the health insurance company. Wants a prescription from a special institution where people of different kinds of medical professions work together on a case, because only when there's more people working on the case and more people saying that person needs this aid, then they are inclined to accept that this person actually needs this aid. There are so many things in this context, or in many different contexts of life, that remind me of Live and Let Die. Remember that song? James Bond theme song from the 70s, written by Linda and Paul McCartney. Why is it Live and Let Die? Why is it that the entire system that we all live in, that we're all part of, is designed for us to go at each other's throat, to compete, to make each other's lives bad instead of helping each other? And I encourage you to listen to this song, because you know how the song starts. It starts with, when you were young and your heart was an open book, you used to say live and let live. And that's what it should be. Live and let live. If you cannot help someone, or if you don't like how somebody lives their life, then okay, but then just let them be. Let them live the way they want to live, or the way they are forced to live is not always somebody's choice, but just let them be. Next lyric. But if this ever-changing world that we live in makes you give in and cry, say, live and let die. And that's the whole point. And remember the songs from the 70s. We live in a world that makes us, and even our kids, my kids are sleeping like on the other side of that door behind me, makes our kids cry and give in, makes us and our kids succumb to the system, give up, accept that we cannot change it, that we cannot get anything else, anything different, anything better. But the worst is yet to come. What does it matter to you when you've got a job to do? You gotta do it well. You gotta give the other fella hell. Say live and let die. Why? Why is the system made for us to believe, for even artists to believe they gotta give the other fella hell? I don't get it. And I don't want to get it. And I don't want to accept that this is my life and my kids' life, and that this is the reality I am forced and they are forced to live for as long as we are living. I want to live and let live. I mean, preferably I want to live and live together with other people. I want to try to help other people, lift them up too, if I can. But if I cannot, so be it. Live and let live. We're all gonna die anyways in the end. I'm not here to fix the system. I'm here to rise outside of it.